Have you ever found yourself in a financial emergency? Picture this. One day, you're sailing smoothly through life. The next, you're hit by a wave of unexpected expenses, a medical emergency, job loss, or even an urgent car repair. Life, as we know it, is filled with unpredictability. These unforeseen situations can sneak up on us, often catching us off guard and unprepared. Imagine the stress, the panic that comes with these situations. Your heart races, your palms get sweaty, and your mind is flooded with questions. How will you pay for this? What will you have to sacrifice? Will you be forced to dive into debt? But what if there was a way to weather these financial storms? What if you could float above the chaos, knowing you have a safety net to catch you? That's where an emergency fund comes into play. An emergency fund can be your financial life jacket in these stormy situations. So you might be wondering, what exactly is an emergency fund? Simply put, an emergency fund is a stash of money set aside to cover the financial surprises life throws your way. These unexpected events can be stressful and costly. From major home repairs to unexpected healthcare expenses or sudden loss of income, having an emergency fund can be the difference between a minor bump in your financial life or a major upheaval. Think of it as a financial safety net. It's not there to catch everyday expenses or splurges, but to provide a cushion for those oh no moments. It's about peace of mind, knowing that you're prepared for life's curveballs. Take, for instance, a sudden car breakdown. Without an emergency fund, you might have to scramble to find the funds, adding stress to an already tense situation. But with an emergency fund, it's just another problem with a solution already in place. Remember, an emergency fund is not a luxury, but a necessity for financial resilience. Now the question is, how do you start an emergency fund? The process of starting an emergency fund can be broken down into simple, manageable steps. The first step is determining how much money to save. It's generally recommended that you aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. However, this amount can vary depending on your personal circumstances. If you have a stable job and a good health insurance plan, 3 months' worth may be sufficient. But if your income is irregular or you have health issues, you might want to aim for a larger cushion. Next, set realistic saving goals. If you're starting from scratch, saving 6 months' worth of expenses might seem impossible. But remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Start small. Maybe that's $50 a month, or maybe it's $500. The important thing is to start somewhere and make consistent progress. Once you've set your goals, create a budget. This is essential for understanding where your money is going and identifying areas where you can cut back. For example, if you're spending a lot on dining out, you might consider cooking at home more often. Or if you're paying for a gym membership you rarely use, it might be time to cancel it. Every dollar you save is a dollar you can put towards your emergency fund. Finally, choose where to store your emergency fund. The goal here is not to grow your money, but to keep it safe and accessible. That's why a high-yield savings account is often a good choice. It offers a higher interest rate than a regular savings account, but without the risk or restrictions of other investment options. Starting an emergency fund may seem daunting, but with these steps, you can build your financial resilience one day at a time. So, to recap, we've taken a journey today exploring the unexpected turns life can toss our way. We've delved into the importance of an emergency fund, your financial safety net when those surprises come knocking. Remember, it's not about if, but when these situations arise. That's why having a buffer between you and life's curveballs is so crucial. We've also mapped out some steps on how to start building this fund, whether it's setting aside a small amount each paycheck, cutting back on non-essentials, or finding a side hustle. The key is consistency and commitment to your goal. Our talk today has been all about fostering financial resilience and preparedness. It's about being ready, not just for the rainy days, but for the storms. It's about having the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can handle whatever life throws at you. Remember, every step you take towards building your emergency fund brings you closer to financial security and peace of mind. You can do this.